Professor Theophilus Mukuba says the consistent harassment of Christians by government will result in his defeat during the election if previous records were anything to go by. He said the successive defeats of the political parties in the province shows that no one will be able to stand the move of God.
We cannot ignore our reality. When we were persecuted initially by this party, when they were in power in the city, we did indicate very clearly that you cannot stand against God and win. You will lose. And indeed they lost. That subsequently won and ruled the city of Johannesburg, we also warned them, do not fight against God. Do not fight against the Church of God. You will lose. And indeed they lost. The other party that started with this harassment, victimization, the other party that is now basically in the forefront of persecuting the church, closing churches, with removing the Bible or Christianity from the schools, destroying Christian holidays or taking them away, suppressing and silencing everything that is Christian, is back in power. And we are saying to them, do not fight against God because you will lose. And you will see they will lose. We are not politicians, and we have no desire to be politicians. We are Christians who want to be left alone, to praise, to worship our God.
Professor Mukuba was speaking outside the Protea Magistrate Court on Thursday, where his wife, Pastor Mukuba, appeared in court following charges of violating the Disaster Management Act and damage to property. This was after scenes were captured on the 28th of February when members of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department stormed the Unity Fellowship Church in Soweto for what it labeled as noise-making. This is the third court sitting and the case has been postponed to the 2nd of June 2021. Professor Mukuba said the police harassment against the church will not stop anytime soon and says the enemy is using the church as a way to disrupt the faith of Christians.
The brutality against the church will continue. Not because the devil wants to win. It is not because Satan believes there's a possibility that he will win. The devil just wants to do as much damage to the children of God as possible. Our responsibility and duty as Christians is to resist him. Amen.
He encouraged followers not to despair because it was a biblical provision.
We shall not be afraid. Amen. We shall stand together and proclaim the truth of the Bible. Amen. We will stand together and proclaim the truth of Christ. Amen. We'll stand together.
Pastor Mukuba said the enemy will not pull down what God has established.
The enemy will not destroy Christianity when the Esthers are inside already, because I believe that the golden scepter is already extended to us. The favor of the Lord is upon us. Hallelujah. It is Haman who is going to be hanged in the gallows valley. I love the Lord because the Lord is so faithful and dependable. He remains the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hallelujah. He occupies the highest seat, the seat of glory, the seat of honor, the seat of power, and no one can dethrone him. And today